Hey guys, day 223. It's been a hell of a morning so far. A lot of fires to put out. Phone's been ringing nonstop, and I just had Bright House leave. I had canceled Netflix disc service for first time in I don't know about 8 or 9 years. I've had a steady stream of DVDs and then Blu-rays rolling in, but I'm literally out of movies that I want to watch. There's like hardly anything good new coming out. Certainly nothing to keep my queue full, and I've watched everything in their catalog that even remotely interests me, and which has worked out well for about the past 6 months because I haven't had much time at all to watch movies. I'm a huge movie buff. I've got the nice theater, and I've been watching them in bed this year since I got the Nexus, but there's just not that much good out anymore. So I might pick it up in 6 months, but I might just try using Redbox and getting movies here and there. I imagine there's only going to be 5 or 6 a month that I'm going to be interested in now. So, got a little money to play with there per month. So, I went and upgraded my internet speed. And I kind of been wanting to do that, but I honestly thought it was going to be a lot more expensive. What kind of pushed me over was, last week I switched on all my channels to going from 720p to 1080p videos. And it doesn't sound like much, but the file size difference is huge. Bottom line is, I'm rendering very high quality video. As you can see, it's Blu-ray quality, and I'm not willing to give that up. I could really compress it and make it look not quite as good, but I'm not willing to do that. So, bottom line is, it takes me about 1 hour per 10 minutes of video to upload. And that means, like yesterday alone, I was uploading for 5 hours just to send the videos to YouTube. That's a long time. It's just a long time to eat up time on my computer. It's a long time to wait. It's a long time to have a file transferring, because if there's a problem in between, any kind of connection issue, if YouTube burps, you got to start all over. And I've had to do that before. It really sucks. So anyway, I looked up internet speed upgrades. I wasn't in the bottom, but I wasn't in the top. There were a couple better speeds that I could get. And the bottom line is, I got 5 times the speed for $35 a month. So that was a no-brainer. And the guys just came. They had to install a new modem. Went from a Toshiba to an Aris. And they finally got this all set up. Took them a little while. It was giving them some fits. But we're up and running. I haven't even tested it yet. I've got a video that I rendered last night, and I waited to upload it because I wanted to test the speed. But I'm fully expecting it to be really fast, so that should really help my production time here. Because, like the HLO video yesterday alone was 3 gigs. Just that one video. That was over 3 hours of uploading just to sit in there wait. But it's really going to help in photography too, because I upload big batches of photos, and they might be going to my lab, they might be going up to the gallery, they might be going to the album maker. There's a lot of big transfers that I have to do, and some of them daily. So that's awesome. No brainer for $35. I'm now on the 90 download, 10 upload, and I was on the 20/2. So the upload speed is one I'm interested in. We weren't even tapping out the 20 download. It's just us here. If you got a lot of people in the house, if you're doing online gaming, a couple of people streaming Netflix, surfing, any kind of big transfers like that, normal everyday stuff, the download can be important, but you need multiple connections to even come close to tapping that. And like I said, we weren't even coming close to using 20. But unfortunately, the upload speeds really suck until you get to the higher levels. And they have higher than 90/10, but not for residential lines. I would have to get a business account. And those, yes, they're a lot faster, but they're also a lot more expensive. Our cable bill would be like $500 a month, so that's not even an option. But hopefully 10 is at least enough to make a huge difference. I'm sure it will be. At this point, it's going to depend on YouTube. Maybe YouTube won't be able to accept this fast of a connection. I think they will. Usually there's not a cap on the upload to an internet server. It's always me being the limiting factor. But we'll see. And I've been doing a lot of computer work for clients, a lot of, it feels like a Monday. I mean, everybody has been calling with problems today like they're just coming back to work. Usually that's why Mondays in the tech world are really busy because stuff happens over the weekend. So come Monday morning, it's always, this is down, this doesn't work, this is giving me an error. Well, that's been this morning. So fixing a website right now. I was troubleshooting some mail problems, and I got a voicemail while the guys were here. I haven't even listened to that yet. So I'm going to do that as soon as I finish shooting this. And then we'll see what else happens. Well, a minor computer tech fail, hopefully. I was testing my speeds here, which I should have done when they were here. But anyway, I went to the Bright House speed test, and the upload was great, getting almost 12. But the download sucked. It went from 25 down to 8. I mean, it was a noticeable difference. So I just called Bright House and was on the phone with them for 15 minutes troubleshooting. And the guy says, "When did you get this done?" I said, "About 10 minutes ago. They literally just pulled out of the driveway." He's like, "Did they not tell you that it takes an hour for the upgrade to go through?" I said, "No, they didn't." He's like, "Okay, well, try after lunch." I'm like, "Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye." Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. It is zipping through. This was taking over an hour yesterday to do this size video. Sweet. So, yeah, it looks like I am probably bumping up against a YouTube limit. Interesting. Because if I'm getting more than 5 times the raw throughput. I don't know, that 17 could be inaccurate too, because that percentage is really going up quickly. That's like, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so we're getting about 4% a minute. Yeah, that minute counter is inaccurate. It's faster than that. So yeah, I'm getting about 5 times the speed. Sweet. Speed problem solved. It was a twofold combination. I did wait a couple hours and the speed did improve. It went from about 8 into the 40s, but it wouldn't get any higher than that. So I called tech support, went through some troubleshooting, and we got to the part where he's asking, are you going through a router, Wi-Fi, landline, hardline, whatever, and I said, I'm going through my own router, and I happen to be hardwired. My desktop is right in the office here, so it's hardwired, and I used to have my big printer hardwired over there, and then I got a test line here for when I do computer repairs. So everything else in the house, the Apple TV, the laptops, tablets, phones, all that kind of stuff, still goes over Wi-Fi. And he's like, okay, well, can you bypass your router? I said, sure. And it's a new router. It's a Netgear N600. It's one of their midline models. Nothing too fancy, but I don't need anything super fancy. Really don't do gaming. We don't have a lot of people. So it's got all the basic stuff, a 2.4 and a 5 gigahertz band. And it's an N router, of course. You know, just a good middle-of-the-road work router. So I plug directly in and do another test, and holy monkey, super fast. I'm getting over 100 megabits down, and upload is now over 12. So for some reason, that Netgear router is limiting, even hardwired, the download speeds. So I don't really care, since, like I said, I'm the only one hardwired in. I'm just going to stay plugged in directly into the modem, which has its own built-in Wi-Fi router. But since Wi-Fi speeds aren't anywhere near that anyway, and you know, it's still getting really good speeds, it's still double what we had before, I'm just going to leave this in place just for all our Wi-Fi devices and call it a day. I've got the Wi-Fi turned off on the new one just because I don't need 2 antennas sitting here live, and I'm never going to use that. And that doesn't have a 5 gigahertz band anyway. And that actually comes in handy with the iPhone, so I get a better range, especially out back and on the new laptop into the back porch, because that's going through several walls and the bathroom piping and all that stuff. And this does an actual real good job of range. The last one I had, it would go down to 1 bar sitting out doing videos on the back porch, and this completely solved that problem. So I'm good to go on speed. Love it. Well, I totally goofed on the salmon. Usually we eat some of it when I make it, and I stuff the rest back in one of my big Tupperwares, but we didn't eat it. I was making something else, the pork, and I didn't have room in the Tupperware, so I put it all on a big plate and put aluminum foil over it. Unfortunately, when I put it in the fridge, one of the edges of the aluminum foil came up and I didn't notice, and it all dried out. So I just wasted about $30 worth of salmon. So it's out there for the animals now. I'm sure tonight we'll get some cats or possums or whatever that walks through the yard, and they'll have a feast. So hopefully somebody will enjoy it. Seems the squirrels and the birds are leaving it alone. The squirrels didn't really know what to make of it. I don't think the birds give a crap. Let's go for a ride. And done. It's not too bad out today. Low 90s. There's a good breeze. Gave me kind of a headwind there at some spots, but it keeps you cool, and no overheat warning on the phone today. That was a first. All right. Oh, there's a big crane over there. Wonder what's going up. I think that's near the Budweiser plant. I'll have to check that out. Anyway, I'm going to go take a shower, cool off, and I'm going to go get a haircut. I got to get some ingredients to make something else because all I got left is the pork. And the wife has been eating that. It's really good. I didn't make it super spicy this time. But obviously I was planning on using that salmon for the few days coming this week, and that's gone. So I think I'll make some tofu chili again. It's really good. It's good for you. And that should keep me going through the weekend. So I'll pick up ingredients for that. And I got to get some lunch at some point. It's like 3 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet. That's about it. Just got a bunch of shooting and editing to do later tonight, and we'll see what else happens with emergencies coming in. See you guys tomorrow.